Happy Father's Day, Peasant Chat attendees. How you guys doing? Happy Father's Day for those of you that are actually dads, and for the other guys that are just baby daddies. You guys are, you either made the wrong decision or you nutted in the wrong girl. Let's be honest. You either made the wrong decision and and then nutted in the wrong girl. Their hair and their belly cannot get pregnant. Always pull out or rubber up, whatever. Even with rubbers, I'd be like, I'm pulling out. Fuck all this shit. How you guys doing? Today is June 20th, 2021. Today's the day that single mothers try to absolutely make this day about them. Today's the day where single mothers are like, I'm a father too. And shut up. It's not about you today. It's about the men that hold it down, the men that actually are there for the whole deal. Teach their kids the right shit. Not baby daddy day. I'm talking about Father's Day. I was very lucky. I had a dad all throughout my childhood. So that's why I think I came out okay. Most of you guys that are trifling, I think y'all missing something. But for those of you that hold it down and actual fathers to your kids, hey man, shout out to you guys. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the street racing stuff that I've been seeing on Desert 1320. Before I get into it, let me say hi to the guys. You guys get all, oh, you mentioned my name. I'm Hung So Low, Angel, Espina, Jose, Jason Friedberg, Douglas, Frank Weaver, Eddie Says Me, Chase Delia, RTRL, Wild Horse, Coyote, IS300, Mustang 10R80 in Australia, Road Rage 860, who saw the F-150 video. That's right. If you are a member right now, there is a F-150 dyno video available. Great gains on tunes, some 10R80 super firm shifting. A good time if you guys are members and want to watch that later on after the show or in the middle of the show. Who cares? Brandon M says, my father died last year. Enjoy the time with your fathers if they are deserving. Absolutely. For those of you that don't have, it is funny. Like, you live your life and all of a sudden you just like forget that you have a family. And then, you got to spend as much time with them as possible because all of a sudden one day they're just gone. I'm off to bed. He says that's Chase. Patina Performance, Jones 50, Road Rage 860. That is a Connecticut area code. Redbird, Genaro Perez is asking if he can go nines stick with basically basic bitch shit. And it's going to be tough. Automatic guys barely go nines stick. So I don't think you're going to have much of a shot. Even, okay, if you have the Houston gut going, maybe. But it's not likely. It's very difficult in a stick because you have to rev it to 8,000 plus RPMs or maybe high 7,000s and then actually get the clutch to disengage and go into the next gear. That's the rub. That's the hard one. So he's saying what you're saying is get a A10. Not necessarily. Okay, good. We got a lot of guys here. YouTube Corrupt, the only mod. I removed KC526 as a mod because she just went and did, the same shit all girls do. They try to get into your life. Look, you got to protect your heart, guys. They try to get into your life and then they leave it, so you got to keep them at arm's length. So the game was played correctly. So hopefully she's doing good with her Mexican boyfriend. Hopefully everything works out. Paraguan Tutimirico say, what's up, bitch? A Redbird in the house. Tang Eminem. Wild Horse. Joe Daniel. Carlos Arroyo. Coyote Kelly. What's Demonology in the house? Demonology in the house. Happy Father's Day, Mr. Demonology, who's, I think now, Whipple Supercharged. He posted a story. I follow his shit all the time. He's out there racing all the time. He's one of those guys that's like dedicated to racing. I don't get any of that shit. No offense. I love you. I want you to race. Badass. I'm burned out on racing people. I want to race my friends. I want to race my friends and not have it be some beef shit. So I saw Valley Racing and Desert 1320 and Active Hood Rich, my three now favorite channels. By the way, watch Midnight Performance's video on a little baby. His F-150 gave Boyd's car an 8-car head start, and it was a great video because he's getting ready to race a NA Camaro. He's giving him 4 cars to the 8th on a prep track, so that's going to be fun. So let me ask you a question, because I come from the old school, and I'm sure Demonology, if he street raced back in his day, what's your thoughts with the Stang with the Demon engine? I love it. Yeah, I'm cool. Look, Mustangs have, I hate saying Stangs. Mustangs have LSs in them, 2JZs in them, 4G LMNOP Eclipse engines in them. I've seen it all. The Fox Body Mustang is one of those cars that does well. But the one I think he's talking about is a S197. There was an S197 where a guy put a Hellcat motor in it. Nothing wrong with that. We all respect. I'm not stupid. I respect anything built right. I don't care. Putting an LS in a Mustang is gay. You're so gay if you do that. But the car's fast. You're just a gay guy that goes really fast. That's all. If you're okay, if you're okay with being gay going fast, shove an LS into a Fox Body. And this whole month is for you. Pride Month. Demon engines and an S197, I ain't hurting about it. I'm good. It's all good. So let me ask you. If you are street racing, because I've watched a lot of the Valley Racing and Demon and all those other channels, and you race somebody and you suspect they jumped, but you both take off and you're like, oh, I suspect he jumped. And the car is gapping the shit out of you. For instance, he jumped a little bit, but then you go after him, and then the car is just constantly pulling on you. At that moment, I know that car's faster than me. And I'm on it, and I'm like, that son of a bitch is running out of my life. Shit. Well, old school racer would go, I ain't got nothing for him. Whether he jumped or not, I don't got nothing for that car. So I'm going to take my L and be like, bro, you have a faster car. But what happens at the line? Because money is involved. Again, money is involved. This is why I hate racing people for money. So they come back and they're like, oh, you jump, Holmes. You jump. Jump. Jesus Christ. Almost every video I see of a dig race, he jumped. So now I'm coming back going, yeah, he jumped, but he ran out of my life. So I'm going to come back and be like, yo, I don't care if you jumped. I'm not one of those sorry ass motherfuckers that, oh, yo, that's the rules we set, Holmes. Yo, that's the... Shh. He has a faster car. He has a faster car. Now, if the guy who jumped looks at the video and goes, all right, I jump, I lose. You got to set that up in the negotiations. I get that. But in my mind, in my soul, I go, that dude's got a faster car than me. So now what's happening? The negotiations are becoming ridiculous. Yo, man, I got a stock converter. I don't think you got a stock converter. Oh, yeah, watch this. I'm going to stall it up. I'm like, oh. Why are there just a ton of stipulations? Why don't you just race? The race between Son and this blue Nova that's on Desert 1320 and Valley Racing Channel is wonderful. Is wonderful. Not only does Son get on the light, he's really consistent. So was the Nova guy. The Nova guy's like, when you're at the line, you are presumed to be ready. If you do your burnout and everything's cool and you back up, then you put it in first or whatever, you're fucking ready. I don't need to be pointed at 15 times. I don't need to be this, that. No, I'm good. That race was great. Nova takes off, does a big wheelie. The Eclipse goes right around him, beats him by about a car and change, comes back. The guy, the old school guy goes, yeah, you beat me. Here you go. Here's money. I went, oh. Did you hear his side say, oh, let's look at the video. He jumped. No. Now, it is a different race if you suspect that he jumped and you stop his pull. That's the key, in my opinion. If you stop his pull, I'm not taking his money. I'm going to say, let's rerun it. I want a clean start. So if, let's say, what does that mean, stop his pull? Because a lot of you guys are fucking stupid. Like, a lot of you guys are really stupid. If the guy jumped and you chase him and bam, you stop his pull, meaning you guys are going down and maybe you're gaining on him a little bit and he beats you by a car or a half a car. I'm not going to get mad. If I think he jumped, I go, hey, I don't want your money. Let's go back, cool him down, rerun it because I suspected you jumped, so I'm not going to take your money. I want a clean race. That doesn't exist anymore. That is like gone. That's why I race my friends. Me and Donnie one time raced 30 times up and down Beeline because he spun, I spun, this, that. But when we got a clean race off, he beat me by a couple of cars from a dig. And you know what? That was the deciding factor. Unfortunately, when money is involved, people at the line start, popping off. Oh, yo, you jump and this and that. I gotta get my fucking money. I gotta get it. That's why I don't race for money. That reason right there is why I don't race for money. If I race somebody, it is, I race for something more important than money. I race for your pride. I want you to know that my shit's quicker than yours, and that's enough for me. The moment money gets involved, you start people fucking with you at the line, putting flashlights in your face, tapping on your window, tapping on your trunk, doing dumb stuff, and I don't want nothing to do with that. I'm good, but I do like seeing what happens nowadays just to know to never do it. Like, never do it. I don't care. Oh, he called you out. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Why am I going to give any sucker shine? Get out of here. Fuck. Oh, he raced for $5,000. Shut up. Look, if I just happen to meet you at the line, at the track, I'm not going to set nothing up. If I just happen to meet you, we'll race. Yeah, that's normal. But to set it up and then have money involved and then have your sucker ass side dudes do dumb shit to try to get paid off of a race, miss me with that bullshit. No, thank you. Take the L like a macho. Yeah, look, if the guy jumps and he's pulling on you, you lost. If the guy jumps and you're gaining or stop his pull, I think you should rerun it. That's Alex's word of the day. Oh, man. May as well just roll race if you add Chase is a race. Chase is a race is stupid to me, right? Because that's what they did on Street Outlaws recently, right? On Street Outlaws, they instituted that you can just jump. And if you have the nerve to not chase the guy, which is very difficult, then you win off of his jump. I hate that shit. I want a clean race. Matter of fact, I want a tree at the line, but on the street. So the fucking tree tells me if you jumped, and there is no arguing. Red light, you fucking lose, dickhead, done. I hate the whole, you ready? Flash your light 5 times. You ready? Flash your light 3 times. And then the flashlight goes off. Like, the other guy's like on this chip converter. The trans temp is 800. I'm good on that. Race for the fun, no BS, exactly. I race for respect, Brian Spillner. Okay. And people will accuse you of having Sneaky Pete bottles somewhere, too. I agree. If you lose, take the L. Take the L if you lose. Blowing off Chevys in the Wheeze. Bob Glidden in the undefeated Fairmont. Dane Austin says, more and more shops are now getting popped by the EPA. And all of a sudden, they give a crap about the RPM Act. Yet Alex talking about it a long time ago. I'm not taking credit. It was happening back in 2015. But the problem was, the people that had it happen to them in 2015, I'm talking huge companies, they stayed quiet. They shut up. They paid their fines. They somehow got sweetheart deals where they were still able to operate after the fine was collected. And I'm like, so you guys did a disservice to the industry. You got popped by the EPA. You didn't make it, you didn't do an awareness campaign that this is happening. You just tucked your tail between your fucking legs like bitches. Hoe ass bitches. And said, shh, don't tell nobody that we got popped. We're good. Shh. We want to stay in business. Now, the people that use some of the stuff that you sell are getting popped left and right. And what are you doing if you were already popped? Quiet. Oh, we're fighting it in the courtroom. This battle should not be won. It's going to have to be won in the courtroom and in politics. But you got to publicly shame the shit out of the EPA. Not to say, well, publicly shaming them is not going to do anything. We fight them on both fronts. We fight them in the courtroom, in politics, in their funding, and public shaming and the what do you call it? The public opinion. In terms of public opinion, if you try them in the court of public opinion and they have a huge negative campaign rolling down their shit, that's when they back off. But shout out to those companies that got hit way back in the day and shut the fuck up about it and didn't really raise awareness. Maybe they put out a video. Maybe they had a newsletter. Maybe they had a couple of emails. You gotta pop off like finally people are popping off now. And I'm happy. I'm happy that people are popping off. Now, will the industry potentially go away anyway? Yeah. I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. I think it's going to go away. I think the EPA is going to say, fuck all you guys. Fuck all you guys. Fuck all you guys. You guys are going down because of the green energy agenda. But we're going to go down kicking and screaming, plain and simple. And again, shout out to those shops that got hit years ago and shut the fuck up, paid their fines, got fucked up the ass, and said, thank you, daddy, may I have some more? Thank you for that big, long EPA dick. I appreciate it, papi. Dámelo. Pull my hair while you're at it. I'm not going to say nothing to nobody. It's just between me and you. Here's some money. I'm sorry. Wow. You spineless pieces of shit, dude. Tremendous spineless pieces of shit. Shout out to you guys. Happy Father's Day. They sold out to the EPA. Defund the EPA. Indeed, happy Father's Day to all. Did you watch the War on the EPA documentary? I emailed it to you, not about cars, but it matches everything you have said about which administration supports which direction. A lot of people, and look, mostly Hispanics. Mostly Hispanics, because they listen to Univision and Telemundo. Ah, Trump sucks. Trump fucking sucks. Trump was the anti-politician. Anti-politician. Lobbyists were gone from the administration for 4 whole years. Now that Papi Biden is back forgetting everything he's got to do, motherfucker's a senile old man. All of a sudden, in 150 days, gas prices are almost double. Good job on that. Lumber prices are stupid. Inflation is happening. Oh, but the stock market's doing good. You guys have no fucking idea what politics is about and how the economy works. Like, no fucking idea. I heard a politician say the other day, we're 100% in debt, 127% in debt over GDP. GDP versus debt is 127%. And he goes, well, Japan is 250%. Japan is the size of like Texas. When a massive destructive force like the US is that much in debt, it's going to be a bad time. Alex, thoughts on something blowing up, something, and I don't care, Wild Horse 50. I don't care. I don't give 2 fucking shits. I'm not going to pop off about other shops. That's not how I do it here. I don't do that shit here. I don't give a fuck. Let them do their thing. I don't care. I literally don't care. Because I'm sure I can pop off without knowing all the information, but I don't do that. I gather information because I've had customers that pop their motors with 10 PSI and they could literally say the same thing. And then I find out, oh, you had 87 octane in it, stupid. Then you find out the real story. There's just Prius driving douchebags that change something that brings joy to gearheads. Look, there are people that I know that are gearheads but still drive a Prius because they just want a car to daily. But unfortunately, that car has become like the focal point of like like green. But the Tesla, in reality, like if you see what it takes to produce a Tesla, look, I love the Tesla in theory because of the technology and the speed. I don't care about the whole charging stuff. You can just get power walls and you're good. But to produce a Tesla vehicle, lithium, the aluminum, all the stuff, the technology, I think it's like more harmful to the environment car on car. Like to make a Uh, well, I'm thinking of a mid-size Ford. I can't even think of what a mid-size Ford is anymore. Do they make sedans anymore? Does Ford make sedans, or have they just gone crossover crazy? I don't know. But I think in order to, let's say, boy, I don't even know what did Ford just stop making sedans? Because they don't make the Taurus anymore. Okay, they make the Fusion, the Continental, the Fusion. The Fusion is the only. Wow, I had no idea. Again, that's why I was like, wait, do they even make it? That's why I caught myself. I said, they don't make the Taurus anymore. They don't make the Crown Vic anymore. Thank fucking God they don't make that stupid taxi anymore. Fusion. Yeah, Fusion. So I can't even compare it. So wow, what a shitty comparison. I can't even compare the Tesla to such a shit ass car, the Fusion. Wow. Does Lund tune Taurus SHOs? Fuck no. Get the fuck out of here. Are you crazy? What gains out of an MMR water pump pulley on 14 NA50? 0. Water pump pulley? What are we on? Fox body days? What are we, like short belt Fox body roller rockers and EGR delete days? What the fuck are we doing? Oh, well, a pulley? 0. No. They said, shut up. Fuck me. No Fusion as of 2020. Wow, so it's all hybrid. It's all crossovers. There is no more sedan. Like, there's no more sedans. That blows my fucking mind. Like, it blows my mind. I feel old right now. It's like station wagons stopped being a thing, but then they came back. But they only came back being $100,000 like Audis. Can you still delete the rev hang out of MT82 cars because it's technically an emissions control, or is it fine because it doesn't set a CEL? Rev hang is not an emissions control. How is rev hang an emissions control? It's called shift assist. It's to assist you going into the next gear, so your non-driving motherfucking ass doesn't clunk it into gear. But it's not an emissions control. It's a trans setting. So if you go to trans, whether it be an HP tuners, you go to the transmission or axle. The way HP tuners indexes some stuff just blows my mind sometimes. So if you go to the trans section and it should say gear shift, gear hang enable, you either do a 1 or a 0. Ford, no more sedans. Ford going to bring back the Crown Vic all electric. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Dean Simmons says, hey, Alex, I have a 17 with a Loki kit. Why? Why did you buy a Loki kit? Why did you buy a Supercharger only to choke it at the throttle body? Why did you do that? And when I floor, AFR drops from 13 to 11.4 and stays there throughout the power band. Is that normal? What? I'm going to read that again after I take a sip of coffee. Dean Simmons. Hey, Alex. I have a 17 with a Loki kit. When I floor it, AFR drops from 13 to 11.4 and stays there throughout the power band. Is that normal? You know, this show, I hope it's I hope he's kidding. This show never ceases to amaze me. It never ceases to amaze me. And he's probably going, what? What? I'm just asking. And I'm like, you know, I don't know what to do anymore when it comes to that stuff. Because he owns a supercharged Mustang. I think he's kidding. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and hope he's kidding. I hope he's kidding. Not only does he have a Loki kit, he asked if the AFR should stay the same. He's got to be kidding. No way. There's no way it's real. There's no way it's real. There's no way. I think he's just trying to be a troll. That's all. Wow. My God. It's Peasant Chat because he got a Loki. Oh, you're right. You're right. So let's look. Okay, why do the people that don't know, let me explain to you what a Loki Supercharger kit is. Number one, it's really stupid. Love you at VMP, but I mean, well, it says Loki, but it shows a big inlet. So is it modular? I'm so confused. I thought a Loki kit was a stock throttle body. Oh, it has an adapter. Okay. Oh, shoot me. Oh my God. So the Loki kit is basically an Odin with an adapter? Or is it ported? Oh my God. You know what? I don't care. I was going to try to explain the differences, but I literally could not care less. And for those of you that say it wrong all the time, fuck you. Learn English. When someone says, man, I could care less, that means you have the ability to care less. But when someone says, I could not care less, meaning you've hit the basement. I cannot care any less than I care right now. So when you say, I could care less, you are telling people, I have the ability to care less, so I care a little bit. English 101 for the peasant chatters. Cindy Johnson says 281. Okay, cool. Samuel 10R80 says, hey, Alex, I got a stock 2020 F-150. Would I need injectors if I install an 18 manifold? No, Samuel 80, you're good to go. Install the 18 manifold. E85, you have 16 injectors in that truck. 8 DI, 8 PI. You're good to go. Please block all my comments. You just click on them and then you just walk. Well, what's happening? What's happening? Cindy, yes, I'm Baldy. I've blocked him. You hurt my feelings. Upsetting. Who is Cindy? Cindy, no, it's a 2020. Okay, I don't know who. She's just mad at everything, apparently, or someone's mad at her. Who knows? Diddy LX50 or 50 March Ram Air Kit for the win. All right. Alex, AFR and 85 at 10.0. What would it be if I swapped directly out to X85? Hey, Maniac S550. What ethanol percentage is X85 versus 85% ethanol you can get at the pump? Answer me that question, Maniac S550. If you go to the gas pump and or gas station and get E85 and it tests 85% and you put it in your tank, and then you get X85 out of a jug and put it in the tank, tell me what the ethanol percentage is in each. Tell me what the ethanol percentage difference is in both fuels. And then you're going to go, oh, dale, Holmes, I'm fucking stupid. Rev hang is not the same as rev match. Rev hang is when you push the clutch and the RPM stays artificially high to reduce emissions. No, it doesn't. It doesn't reduce emissions. And the upshift clutch has to eat more RPM. Rev hang is not the same as rev match. Rev hang is when you push the clutch in and RPM stays high artificially to reduce emissions. How does it artificially reduce emissions if you are revving higher? It's to assist in the shift. It's called shift assist. It's not in emissions. It's not in the OBD2 section. It's not in any section that has to do with emissions. Stop. Well, I've tested it, and then when you rev in the NOx, and shut up, bro. Just shut the fuck up, bro. Someone said the collection going in the back. Yeah, I moved the peasant wheels, the race stars, because I bumped them, and I'm like, okay, that's enough peasant shit. 85% is 85%. Only difference is that the other 15%. Thank you very much. X means more, says Ants Coyote. Gen 2 MT82 upgrades to you recommend for dig racing or prep. Axles, drive shaft, bias plies, and a zero, put the alignment to 0 in the back, and you should be pretty good for a while. Patina Performance, I swear, 25% of the chat wants CJ with a trumpet to gap Big Chief. I'm working my way up to the Discovery Channel, and the way to do it is you gotta go big or go home, because you don't put a hood on the ship. You put a trumpet at the end of the CJ. Then they wonder why their car goes lean, because it wigs out the MAF signal. You can't just like blow through. Whatever. I'm not gonna try to explain it because you're gonna want an in-depth explanation, and I really don't care. This is the peasant chat. Alex, I just went to the track and the shot left hard each time under power. Gen 1 auto, Gen 2 R. Car, any ideas where to start looking? Stock suspension and rear end. There's your problem. There's your problem. If your car shot hard left when you launch, if you watch Evo's videos back in the day, when they were launching the blue car, you could see that the car would kind of dart left. And let me see, evolution performance. Left or right? I think it shot left. Whoa, Evolution's got to get their YouTube game up. Oof, my goodness. Man, they got nothing. You guys got to step it up and you know, like really legit step it up. So yeah, this was my inspiration to get a Mustang back in the day. These videos. Let me see. Sorry if I've come in a little too high power with the sound, but let me see. Okay, so when it launches, yeah, I'm not sure because I think usually, okay, if you don't have an anti-roll bar in your car, if you have stock rear control arms, stock upper control arm, you just have a bunch of deflection going on. And if the car is shooting left, I'm sure you're spinning the tire, right? You're not actually pushing the tire onto the pavement as much as possible. And in order to achieve that, you got to make sure you have anti-squat going. You got to get relocation brackets. You got to get different rear control arms, different upper control arm, and adjustable shocks because you got to slam the tire into the pavement. If you do not, you run the risk of just losing traction based on all the deflection, and the angles are just going all wacky based on your stock suspension because nothing is solid and you're not driving the tire into the pavement. What you're more likely doing is squatting the car, and the car is squatting and you go, oh, it squats so hard. And I'm like, no, you need separation and you need to drive the tire into the pavement. And you can only do that with anti-squat, adjustable shocks, and a good tire. He goes, 1, I truly do own a Loki. 2, I was joking about the AFR to get your reaction. Okay, thank God, because I was like, holy shit. Is there a new performance upgrade for the belt-driven oil pumps yet on the 2021 F-150? Who the fuck gives a shit? Who cares? Oh, who cares? Jesus, stick a blower in it. Blow it up. Who cares? I've never heard of that. 47s just seem to be the solution. Not worth Google to find out why, though. What? Roland? I don't know what he's saying. I've never heard of what. I'm really sorry I had to leave because there are too many people. Who are you, Cindy Johnson? Like, who the fuck are you? Just Google SET EPA fine or VMP EPA fine or Evans EPA fine. PDF is there with the settlements to shut up and continue the business. Interesting, Madi50. Interesting. I don't care. I just know people got hit and they were quiet. That means they were selfish. That means they did not bring awareness to the whole situation. And you have to make your whole business that. If you just shut up and paid daddy to run businesses and then all of a sudden you knew 5 years down the road, motherfuckers were going to get hit, they're all going to get hit, right? By you staying quiet, it didn't save anything. If anything, it just pushed the enforcement later. Now that a new administration is in here, guess what? They're enforcing it and they're putting people out of business. And all of a sudden, the products you sell won't sell anymore. Congratulations, you played yourself. Fucking people are stupid, bro. If I have missing vacuum lines from the intake, would I get misfire codes? If your IMRCs are not functioning properly, I've seen them sometimes cause misfire codes. Or if you just install the clutch and did anything where it needs to learn the flywheel mass, you're going to need to do a crank relearn, and that usually takes care of the misfires. Car misfires and cruising at 85 miles per hour. I reloaded the two and I got a P0315 code. With code present, car doesn't misfire shake. When I do crank relearn, clear the code, the car misfires and shakes. Any ideas? No. If it gets a P0315 code, usually a crank relearn fixes it. You're probably going to have to do old school diagnosing, meaning if it's shaking and not throwing a code, do you have a WAP box installed, Devin Marth? Do you have a WAP box installed or a two-step? Eric Copeland says, hey, Alex, peasant question here. Is there a Gen 1 truck block worth building or should I look for a Gen 2 block? Gen 1 truck blocks worth building and so are Gen 1 Mustang blocks worth building. Absolutely. Good morning from Boston, says Mini Bike Mad Bad Man. Cindy, lay off the pipe, patina performance. So what is going on with Cindy? She's just stupid? Like, she's just fucking stupid? Because I just see her popping off and it doesn't seem to make sense. If your posse's going out, will it favor the right side? Which in car to drive to the left on a prep surface? There you go. That's a good thing to look at to see if your diff is actually going out. Ooh, T. Heltzer talking that shit. Eric Copeland says, I have a bigger headsets. Gen 1 has bigger headsets and are cheaper than the Gen 2 and have 11mm headsets. Yes, so Gen 1 blocks, in my opinion, are a better build. The Fairmont has Ben Calamer's old Gen 1 block. Somebody had asked, why not swap Gen 1 injectors for Gen 2s versus 47s to run E on Gen 1 cars? Gen 2 cars have similar size injectors than Gen 1. Similar, not the same, I don't think. I think Gen 2s have a slightly more robust fuel system. Not to say it's like, they don't have like a high performance. Basically, people say, why do you need LU47s on Gen 1 and not Gen 2 on the stock manifold? For whatever reason, Gen 2s seem to hold up. Gen 1s, they might hold up, but we have seen a trend in rising fuel trims, which tell us it's running out of fuel or running out of injector or running out of pump. We don't know, but we just know that when you put LU47s in it, it makes us feel comfortable and nice that you have headroom. If you don't have headroom, now other tuners will go, oh yeah, you don't need injectors. What the fuck you need injectors for? I tuned it all the way down to 20 PSI. Fuel rail pressure drop and AFR was solid. Congratulations. Playing Russian roulette with customers' cars is not what the fuck we do. Sorry. KKK. Here we go. Love watching your videos, but you're mostly S550. You're mostly S550. Does Luntun 3-valve? What should I use instead of SET? We don't fucking touch a 3-valve. Sorry. Love ya. 3-valve is basically gone from our radar. Happy Father's Day, Mustang Nation. USA all the way and night. US. Okay. High Rise 850. Nice. I like it. Will you install Mustang intake manifold and champ stamp? No. Mustang. Oh, like an 18. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. I'm thinking like a stock Gen 2. Yeah, I would do an 18 manifold. I'd like to do an 18 manifold, 350 manifold, and a Boss intake manifold shootout. That's the goal. To have Boss GT350, 18 manifold, unported, throw them on the thing, and just do the thing. That's it. Brad Boss says, hey, Alex, what level Steeda Stop the Hot kit do you recommend? The ultimate package is the best deal. It's better to get a lesser package and put the remainder of cash elsewhere. Thanks so much. I'd do the whole thing, Brad Boss. I wouldn't just get the cradle lockout situation. I'd get everything, which I believe comes with the bushings, the cradle support situation, which is what the red car has. The red car has the Steeda Stop the Hop kit. It has stock axle, stock drive shaft, and it's been pretty good so far. NA for a long time. Alex, what prison wallet? Alex, what did you have to fit 10-inch wheels on Hush Money? I bolted them on. Now, there is a video about the Fairmont installing the problem was the tire. Right now, I can fit a 275 6015 ET Street R without issue on the Mustang. Without issue. The moment I put a ET Street DOT, an ET Street DOT, the Pro, without the lines in it, that one's wider. That's a wider tire, and it rubs on the inside. So what I did, I clearanced the inside of the well, and we did what we call a micro tub. Basically, we just kind of cut whatever was rubbing, literally cut it with a Sawzall, whatever was rubbing, and then we just made a shield to patch what was there and that was rubbing. On the outside, nothing had to be done. We rolled the lip. We had Harvey roll the lip, but a 275 6015 ET Street R fits way better than an ET Street DOT Pro. Insane in the house. What's up? Says, good morning. Happy single Mother's Day. Good one. Alex, with an 18 plus manifold on a Gen 2 Coyote using a stock Gen 2 injectors, what do you usually see STFT settle at? 1.0. Why should it settle anywhere else? But I hope that's one of those questions that he's just trying to fuck around. Boom, bye. Says, Alex, I have a 16 intake if you want it. I'm good. I have one too. I have a 350 manifold in the red car. I have access to an 18 manifold. I just need a boss intake. And I want to put them all on the truck and but the problem is this. This is going to be the problem. The map sensor. You have to mount the map sensor on all three. So I'm going to do this. Stupid, but I'm going to do it. Get 3 manifolds, modify all 3 manifolds to mount the map sensor in it so that the swaps are easy. And I'm going to get the map sensor that's an EcoBoost map sensor so we can already have it set up for boost because that truck will be boosted very soon. So I'll tune it for the map sensor that is a boosted EcoBoost map sensor, and then I'll get an 18 manifold, boss manifold, 350 manifold. My suspicions are the 350 manifold is going to outshine the other 2. That's my suspicions. Devin Marth says 17 Mustang, no watt box, just an RST and a McLeod aluminum flywheel. Aluminum flywheel. What year are we in? What year are we in where people are getting aluminum flywheels? And let me guess, he's a dig racer. Ever since the car has been throwing misfire codes after a crank wheeler and had engine checks, they said all is good. Devin Marth, are you a dig racer, or did you buy into the dumb logic of, well, it revs faster on an aluminum flywheel? I bet you it's out of balance. I bet something is out of balance and the flywheel mass is never learned properly. Oh, you got to change the tune, engine inertia. Shut up. Honestly, I think you probably have a flywheel mass issue. I've seen a lot of McLeod clutches have had to get taken out because of internal balance issues. And I've seen it on Mantic clutches too, some of them. Hunter Walker says 1050X and a 4 level 2 would be good for how much power on a Vortec V3. Max head go up to 3.3 pulley. Running for high 9s next year. Baby boost stick car. I like it. I like that a lot. It should be good for close to 1,000. Oh, God. Supercharged, 850, 900. Then you'll slowly start to see fuel pressure drop. Yeah, so I think 850, 900, you're pretty good on that setup. Dean Simmons, do you think the stock MTD2 stock clutch will hold up? I don't know what he's saying. Conan GT, some of y'all never put a finger in the number 1 cylinder time to time an engine, and it shows. Peasant chat living up to its name on Father's Day. Oof. Roland Belevelou, he's French. STFT question, guys, put on mods without a tune and is wondering why his short trims are 13. Well, that's his problem, right? He put on the mods without a tune. So he put on a 18 manifold. Did he lock the IMRCs or not? Many questions have to be answered. Sorry, I mean short-term fuel trims. Mine's at 6. Did a smoke check, no leaks. Why would it leak? What are your long-term fuel trims, Wild Horse? You know, long-term fuel trims and short-term fuel trims matter. So if your long-term fuel trims are pulling 6% and your short-term fuel trims are adding 6%, your car is trimming perfectly. I was waiting for yesterday's show. Then Alex posted no show. I was like, ouch, yada the whole show. Yeah, no, after the F-150 dyno stuff, I was zapped out. And I said, I don't need to give you guys a half-hearted show. I want to give you guys a good show. So I'll just, rest, did my thing, get ready for this show, edit the other video, and then get on and do the shit. And then I'll give you a show tomorrow. And I have a lot to talk about. I have a lot more to talk about. With Mamalonas being stupidly expensive, thank you, YouTube Tech Watches. I am looking at an 18 Explorer Platinum with a 3.5 EcoBoost. Thoughts on it, Alex? 18 Explorer with a 3.5? 18 Explorer. 3.5 EcoBoost. Are you sure? 18 Explorer with a 3.5 EcoBoost. Interesting. It's probably it. I mean, I like the 3.5 EcoBoost, especially if it's the Gen 2. Hold on for a second. Be done at 11. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if it's a Gen 2 3.5, is it similar spec to what they put in Expeditions? Boy, that'd be cool. That'd be real cool. Hey, Alex, which tires do you think are better for a manual car? Hoosier QTPs or Hoosier Slicks? If you're just doing straight dig racing, Hoosier Slicks. If you're doing street stuff, I like the QuickTime Pros only because if you get pulled over, you can say it has treads. But I think the material is the same, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% what the traction or the rubber compound is made of. Not at all. Did you ever find your timing light? They may be collector's item. You know what? I did. It's a Craftsman timing light. I'll bring it on the show Tuesday. I'll hang it out in the back. Just got to remember, it's so difficult doing everything by myself. I know I sound like a whiny bitch, but all I do is work. So when I look at the light, I don't even remember that I want to put it up on the wall. Alex, what's the highest horsepower you ever tuned? Not Gray or Blue Goose. I never tuned any of those. Those are John Jr.'s babies. I think it was like 1100 wheel. Well, 1100 wheel. My car, the blue car. There's turbo cars that we've done that have made high thousands easily, very cake. Like HPJ does a lot of turbo cars that make 1,000 no problem. Rami Zaidan's people have made over 1,000. Brandon has tuned a lot of cars that have made over 1,000. So 1,000 to 1,100 seems to be the max that we mess with. Anything above that, I usually Junior tends to have those guys. Only because, those guys are super fucking high maintenance and they go, only Junior can make this car. But I'm like, relax, dude. Fucking relax. Wild Horse, that means your car is effectively trimming about 7% lean. You need a retune. Wild Horse says 1 to 1.5 LTFT. Positive or negative? If it's positive, he's right. It's about 7%. No, you don't need a retune at 7%. Plain and simply. I don't care what Roland says. You don't need a retune at 7% because Ford OEM is off that much. So no, you don't need a retune. Can you tune my Lincoln MKZ? No, we cannot. Not that we can't. I don't think we'd have to see with the strategy. We'd have to really get in there. And all we'd give you is the same tune anyone else can give you. The reason we have, some of the badass files is some of the super badass files because we can get into the matrix on those guys. And it's all about access, in my opinion. What timing should I run on my small block Ford? Okay, supercharged, like 10 PSI pump gas, 16, 15 degrees. But if you're running E7 heads, aka detonation specialties, and I got that from Sergio, you'd be lucky to get away with 14, 15 degrees, 10 psi pump gas. I believe it's a Gen 235. I just want a daily and get my hands on a Coyote once the market goes down. No way in blue hell am I paying 36 for a 15 to 17 S550. If S550s are rolling that much, I am gonna hurry up with the red car, get it all painted and ceramic coated and the whole shit, and I'll ask for 30. Fuck it. With the ticking engine. Good morning, Alex. Would adding a fuel cooler be worth it on an 18 A10 Odin car, 11 and 13 PSI? No. What are you looking to benefit? What are you looking to benefit from it? A fuel cooler. I mean, what? No. Spend your money somewhere else, like E85. But I want to cool the pump gas. I want to cool the 91 octane going through the rails of a blown car. So you bought a cooler to bring temps from 200 to 192. Congratulations. Sparkplug got the 35 running 91. Okay, cool. Cool story. Hey, Alex, I have a Gen 3 with LU47s, a BAP, Vortec V3. Is it okay to pull it down with C16 race gas? Yeah. Boy, but be careful because I did it on my car and fuel pressure is going to hold steady because C16 is a denser fuel. But man, I wouldn't go too aggressive like a 3.3. I'd do a 3.6 or 3.47. I would be careful with a 3.3. I do it because I don't care, I popped the ring lamp, but I popped the ring lamp when I had a 3.6 fully because of the pump gas quality here. I think the pump gas quality here sucks. And I knew something might happen, and I'm like, it's starting a little weird, so I was okay. It's not exploded. I can drive the car anywhere. But again, the next video is me doing a compression check on the car and just kind of showing you like, hey, this is what happens or what can happen with boost and pump gas. That's why I don't play the boost and pump gas power game. Hey, Alex, is it worth upgrading intercooler on a 2200 SL kit? Yeah. Do you have like a basic intercooler? I've never seen IATs get that much above 120 ever at big boost levels on a Paxton in Florida. So, if you already have a good size intercooler, I can't imagine they sell an upgrade for that. Look, more cooling is highly desirable. So I would never say no to cooling mods. You know what I mean? Not a dig racer, laugh my ass off. Just blew clutch and wanted to replace both at once. Got talked into it by a good salesman. Exactly. Good salesmen don't know fucking shit. But many thanks. Been going crazy looking into it. The salesman, look, next time a salesman tells you you need an aluminum clutch for anything, tell him to suck the fattest dick on the planet. Aluminum flywheel, sorry, not aluminum clutch, I'm stupid. Aluminum flywheel for anything, tell him to suck the fattest dick. Seriously, it's not necessary. Put the stock shit on it. It's gonna be fine. Now the guy's got misfire codes. Can't get rid of them. Got my Gen 2 Premium Performance Pack 20 for 20 out the door with 39,000. My car only has 30,000 miles. My car only, if you're telling me I can get mid to high 20s for my red car with all the goodies and have it, let's say I sell it with a CJ and in full interior trim, it runs a 10. Boy, I'm going to ask for good money for that car. Cause I want to, hey guys, trans brake launcher. See ya. And then, by the way, when I sell the car, don't ever contact me again. Car is sold. I'm not going to tune it. I'm not going to support it. Get it the fuck out of my life. I will sell it with 2 tunes and I'll give you some broke ass SCT. Here you go, buddy. Buy E85 and E85 cammed. Get it out of my life. If you want to tune it, have someone else tune it. I want nothing to do with it. Oh, it drives a little weird because of the 6F converter. Well, it's a drag car, asshole. Alex, I get my car tuned by someone else, but they will not take my light off for the headers. Will Lund take it off? Always want to go boost. You recommend? Wait a minute. Someone else is actually finally saying that they will not turn off lights for catalyst headers. Hey, Mario Chavez, good for them. Welcome to the new world where we cannot shut off any emissions related items. Get used to it. Lund will not disable any emissions components, Mr. Chavez. Sorry. Like intercooler that comes with the kit. The one that comes with the kit is fine. DVS 5.0. I would, unless you're gonna like really get after it, I don't think you need to upgrade the intercooler. How about how long did it take to do a compression check? No, I said it probably doesn't take more than 20 minutes. Pull all the plugs out, unplug the injector harness so fuel's not firing, and just start cranking away. Thank you, All Things Boost, for answering, Mr. Chavez. Hey, Alex, do you think a one-piece aluminum drive shaft is worth the price? It depends on the application. But yeah, rotational mass will be lessened and the car will effectively not make more power, but be quicker. So yes, it's like saying, are light wheels worth it? Yes. Is an aluminum drive shaft worth it? Yes. Up here, Shell station owner got busted for passing off 87 octane for 91 octane. If you find a station with good pump gas, stick with them. That's what I mean. Pump gas to me is so inconsistent that people think, oh yeah, pump gas. I saw this guy make 1,000 on pump gas and I want to do that. And I'm like, then fucking do that. What do you want me to do? Chavez works for the EPA. Fucking Chavez. Hey, this company doesn't want to turn off my check engine light with catless headers. Will Lund do it? Oh, sure, buddy. Fucking clown. You crazy? No way. My rear O2 sensors quit reading after I changed out the transmission. I put new sensors in and checked the wires and cannot find anything. I can't find anything wrong in the wires. Could I got turned off accidentally in tune? Can anyone help? I don't even know who tuned you, Rick Trent. Our tunes have it all enabled. I'm in Illinois, says Juan Rosendez. Unfortunately, so 15 to 17 S550s are ranging from 33 to 38K with low miles. High miles ones are literally going for 26 to 28 here, which is retarded. Time to go up there and get some of that money. Do you know what I'm saying? That's for NA or nitrous? NA. Bloodshot Coyote hit me up. Again, that's what I do. Coyote Kelly, Mario Chavez, piece of electrical tape will be your best friend. Rick is sus, says Jesus Perez. Good morning, fella, says Junior Diaz. Fast Junior 90 says, hey, Alex, any performance benefits swapping an 18 F-150 manifold on a 15 F-150? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's any performance benefit from going from a 18 F-150 manifold to a 15 F-150. No, I don't think there's any performance benefits. Oh, but this company did a shootout in the torque. 0.032. Dude, you know this. I can't believe people run nitrous on their car for years and still are asking me how to gap shit. What's going on? Alex, good morning. What do you say are your top mods for Gen 3 to make it a fun daily? Salvador Cortez. So in my opinion, E85 is going to be your best friend, right? If you're in a hot state, keep the stock cold air and put a high flowing filter in the stock box. So that E85, a nice exhaust, and if you can swing it, some headers, and that car is just a bunch of fun for a very long time. I've considered removing the Vortex Supercharger from the white car, bringing back NA, and actually enjoy the vehicle again, and just leave it on E85 and have it be the happiest car on the planet. And I might do that because the Vortex V3 might eventually end up in the red car. Let's say, for instance, I get the red car to go 10s NA. It's been 11.2s consistently, so it's going to go 10s once the weather cools down and I put a CJ on it. If I put a CJ on it and I somehow come across some cams, that car will be a 1070, 1060 car. Pretty full interior, meaning I am not one to Houston gut a car because in my opinion, it's gay shit. So if it does all that, and then I say, boy, let me shove a Vortex in it, and it runs like a 950. Boy, could you imagine saying, here's the keys to a 950 car, full interior. How much would you pay for that? Exactly. He said, he won't say who it is, okay, cool. Whatever. Also, what is the better way to go ported? What is the better way to go? Port a CJ cams or just save up a little more V3 super? Oh, yeah. Oh, Mario. Boost. Opinions on BPS lightweight rear brake brackets and motors S197. BPS makes great stuff. I like their, what is the thing that their radiator supports? Oh my God, they're so lightweight and well built, real good looking, very well engineered. Anything BPS makes is highly engineered, high quality, lightweight. That's the guys to kind of get you going. I'm gonna tell this guy to leave me alone. People, when I answer a question on Instagram, go away. Done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You don't need to be constantly hitting me up. I'm not your girlfriend. If you're going to give me ass, we can talk all day. Hey, Alex, what do you think about this? This. Thank you. Go on about your fucking day. God damn it. Holy shit. People just want to fucking talk all day. I don't talk to anybody. I hate people. I fucking hate people. Holy shit. I've answered your question. That does not say, now let's talk for 7 hours. God damn it, guys. Woof. God, unreal. Unreal how people are nowadays, bro. Don't you have lives? Shit. Getting a Lund tune for my 85 Whipple Auto. Dyno was 585 with Whipple tune. What gains will more or less I get with a Flex and R tune? You won't get a fucking Flex tune with a blower. What the fuck is wrong with people? I've done this channel for what? For 8 years? And since I've been tuning, which is 6 years, I've said from day one, Flex tunes do not exist on blown cars. Flex tunes do not exist on blown cars. Why is that? And then I get questions like that, and I'm like, y'all motherfuckers don't listen. Just don't listen. You just don't fucking listen. You don't, bro. I don't know. This is the reason people quit tuning. People quit tuning because of the customers, right? If I had to deal with your car, meaning your car shows up, I deal with it. Or if your car could talk directly to me, like Tesla does, and get the customer out of the equation, guys, tuning would be phenomenal. That's why we love shops. We say, hey, you want to go to HPJ. Where are you located? Go to HPJ. Where are you located? Go to what's the guys over Finish Line Performance in Ohio? Go to them. Go to Evolution. Go to C&D Auto Tech. Go to Power by the Hour. Go anywhere. But I can't deal with you. I can't deal with you. I don't have time to deal with you. I can't deal with basic questions because you lack understanding. That's what shops are for. That's what shops are for. You go up there. How you doing? I'm stupid as fuck, but I have money and I want to make power. You've come to the right place. Well, thank you. 0 to 100. Love it when Alex snaps. Dude, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Anyway, to answer your question, if you made 580 on a Whipple tune and you go E85 and you're on 10 PSI, it might make close to 700. Get the word flex out of your vocabulary once you have boost on the car. The same reason why Ford doesn't have flex tune on supercharged vehicles. No, but I saw you. Alex, I saw you flex tuned a NA car. Oh my God. Alex, you have become their lives. Now imagine being a musician actor. They think they know you and you're their friend. Exactly. Imagine you're Denzel Washington and you're eating at a diner and you just want to be left alone, but you like this diner. You're off at a booth in the corner and some guy's like, hey, I loved you in Training Day. And he starts just, you know how old guys talk? No one can just ask. You can't just go to a gas station, gassing up, and some guy goes, hey, man, nice car. I like your car. And you go, hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Conversation over. Nope. It's always, hey, man, nice car. Hey, thanks a lot. Yeah, I used to have one of those. Back in my day, we used to have carburetors. Yeah, I know everything about carburetors. You have no idea, kiddo. Do you know how to set points? Yeah, I know how to set points. Well, anyway, and then they just keep talking about themselves. And I go, hey, dude, now, what I really want to say is, hey, excuse me, sir, I really don't care about your past. Thanks for the compliment. That's what I should be able to tell them without them getting offended. Hey, sir, I really appreciate you liking my car. I don't want to know anything else about your life. Well, back in my day, I used to, and then, well, my friend, my buddy's car, popping wheelies on the street. He used to pop wheelies on the street. This was way before prep. I used to pop wheelies on the street. Oh man, I used to have this 4-banger with a vertigate shifter, and I go straight up. See, the vertigate shifter, the way it works is you do 1, 2 straight down, then you go straight up again, and then you go straight down again, and do the vertigate. Excuse me, sir, I really don't give a fuck about your life. Thank you for the compliment. I must be the weirdest guy to have conversations with. I sit there and I go, hey man, nice car. Thanks. And I walk away. The guy must be like, that was odd. He didn't want to tell me about his whole life and how his daddy yelled at him for holding the flashlight wrong. Happy Father's Day. No. Hey, nice car. Thanks. Zoop! Would I need to upgrade fuel pump for the E85 for the V3, or will I be fine in New Mexico? Because I was told yes and no. Mario Chavez, you need a full return style fuel system when you're going to use E85 on a boosted car, at least a 4 Innovations level 2. JH Diesel got hit by the EPA a week after PFI speed got hit. My guess is that Cletus might get hit or next or faster proms. Be ready. Be ready. Imagine the EPA wants to make a big impact and a big splash and tell YouTubers, you're fucking next, buddy. Now, I work for Lund Racing. We've already had a visit. I'm sure they might be like, yo, Alex. I'm like, yo, Alex, what? Yo, Alex, what? I'm not a business, but if you want to pop off, come at it. It's gonna be a bad time. What are you going to put me? I'm not making money on this. I work for a business that was hit. You can't do double jeopardy like that. Imagine. What is double jeopardy? Imagine a company that sells a product that got hit by the EPA gets fined, and then you, as a shop, get fined for selling that product. That's not how it works, kiddo. That's double jeopardy. You can't fine a company for selling a product and then fine the dealer for selling the same product. That's like taxes on taxes. But they do it. they do it. I've always had those thoughts mid-conversation. What if I say I don't care? Then they're going to think you're an asshole, YouTube Corrupt, when in actuality, they're the asshole, holding you up from caring about your day because they're telling you about their past and how about their buddy and about the shop and about the dyno. No, who cares? Slap shifters were it. Alex, would you ever sell the Fairmont? Oof. Yeah, I mean, everything's for sale, to be honest with you. I love the Fairmont, but if someone's like, I got to have that car, you can have it. It ain't going to be cheap. There's sentimental value. So you'd have to really want that car. Hey, Alex, thanks for answering my BBK throttle body question. Do you want to hang out later? What's your favorite color? And have you heard about the new Mustang? Blah, blah, blah. What do you think about the Mach-E? Oh, I think the cars are soulless. I'm like, shut up, sir. Alex, what's your fuel pump setup on the Fairmont? 4 Innovations hat, 2 274 pumps, and 1 285 pump. I run 2 274s. And in the event that I boost it to death and it starts to run out of fuel, I can just connect the third pump, which is a 285. Or I can do a 285 and a 270 and a 274. It's a triple hat, 4 Innovations fuel system, Dash 8, Edelbrock rails, 4 Innovations regulator, FIC 1650s. There's a setup. Alex, I met you at American Muscle in 2018. Very respectful guy. Saw Hush Money in person. You were the inspiration to put a PD blower on mine. Thank you. Hey, Alexi, thank you. At that same show, Alexi, let me see if that's you. Let me see if that's you because I want to see if this is you. Let me see. Interesting. Let me see. Shit. I don't know if it was you, Alexi, but check this out because it might have been you. There's only one guy that I really dealt with and had kind of issues with. I didn't have issues with you. I don't know. But I was at American Muscle. You said 2018. When did Lund Racing go to American Muscle Car Show? 19? Was I with VMP, Alexi, or was I with Lund Racing? Let me know. It's a funny story. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the help. Let's see how good these Gen 3s are with boost. Oh, they're unbelievable. Mario Chavez. Every Gen 3 I've done with boost, rapes. They're dumb. Mr. King says like 25,000 or more. Oh, absolutely. Of course. The Fairmont, an 8-second Fox body with a Gen 2 built Coyote and a 4R200 hub and a badass fuel system. Oh, yeah. And the sentimental value it has with it. Oh, yeah. How much does it cost to build an 8-second Coyote car right now? From scratch. Buy the car, build it, go 870s. $40,000, $50,000. I'm not saying I'm going to ask that, but it's definitely going to be north of 25. T. Helter says, Alex, I just watched the F-150 dyno runs. I just picked up 19 two-wheel drive following your build. By the way, my truck is the same color as yours. Can we be best friends? We need a Fairmont shirt. Nah, that's enough shit. I want badass stuff, though. I don't want to give you guys... This is cool. I like this. This is nice and basic for the people that want it. But I want like super badass stuff. And eventually, once I have control of the whole situation, I hope to be able to offer you guys more stuff. Prices chat today. Rich 50. Back. Damn, those biscuits were insanely good. Got it. I'm here for the cammed flex burble tune, dog. Hook. I want the cammed flex boosted burble tune with a Kenny Bell 168. What? He was smoking that crack. Revit Racing 22 GT 500 stock everything and 19 pump gas. What horsepower gains will I see in an E85 tune? Revit Racing. If you go to the Lund Racing page, there is a step-by-step 2020 GT 500 video. Mods, power, fuel. Go to the Lund Racing YouTube page. Click on the 2020 GT 500. I think it's called the fridge. And they give you a absolute stock pull tuned, E85, 1050 injectors with some free-flowing exhaust, and it's all laid out there for you. You were in the Lund booth, my Insta Ale buy. Oh, okay, let me see, because there was a guy that got all siders with me, and I'll talk about that real quick. Let me see. Oh, no, there's Lexi. Here we go. No, okay, yeah. Oh, it wasn't you, but wow, that's a cool car. Do I follow you? Yeah, I do follow you. Yeah, we follow each other. We should be best friends. Oh, okay, he's ripping up a log. Okay, cool. So it wasn't you, but nice to meet you, brother. Nice to see you out there. And we follow each other on Instagram. There was a guy that I was at the booth, and he had a Whipple he had a GT350 that he wanted to put a Whipple on. I was being mobbed by everybody, which is cool. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, talking to a guy, talking, and then one guy grabs me, and I talk to him, and another guy grabs, and it was like quick. So I was like, I'm with it. Boom, 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 boom. And then this guy's just waiting. Like, if I'm going to go up to him and go, how can I help you, sir? I'm not there to sell a product. We're there to show off cars. I'm not there to sell a product. So he's like, and he goes, excuse me, Alex. And then at that point, Senior was bringing up the Blue Goose. So I said, oh, wait, hold on, sir. I don't want you to get run over. Let's move you off to the side. So I moved him off to the side. And then some other kid grabbed me and was like, hey, Alex, I want to talk to you about my build. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And then Senior put his Blue Goose in. And the guy that I said, hey, excuse me, sir, I don't want you to get run over, was like, what the fuck? I was asking him a question, and I tried to not have you killed. And I can't believe he just dusted me off like that. And I'm like, no, someone else grabbed me. And he did the right thing. He just grabbed me and started talking to me. And I'm like, all right, blah, 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 blah. He should have just been like, yo, Alex, I got a question about a Whipple GT350. No, you know what he does? He goes in the ticket system and complains about that interaction. And I was like, so he goes in the ticket system. He goes, Lund Racing is very unprofessional. I was talking to Alex and he just ignored me after I moved him out of the way so he doesn't get run over and someone else grabbed me. Understand this. When I'm out there, I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you a goddamn fucking thing. Now, if we're at a track and we're talking, I'll talk to you. Hey, what's up, man? Hi, da, 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 da. But I don't owe you anything. I don't owe anyone anything. I could literally just shut my mouth and ignore you and not say a goddamn thing, but I don't do that because I'm not an asshole. I try to help as many people as possible. But even when you try to help as many people as possible, you got cuck-ass motherfuckers like that make it look like you went out of your way to disrespect him as if he's a somebody, as if I owe him my attention, as if he paid for... Dude, grab me, talk to me. Oh my God, dude, that's why I hate interacting with people. Like, it's getting to the point where I'm starting to hate interacting with people. Now, you wouldn't know that by talking to me. You'd be like, hey, what's up, Alex? What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah. Inside, I'm like, oh, what stupid question is he gonna... And then when they're actually nice and pleasant, I go, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm like, hey, what's up? And then I'll talk to you even more. But 9 times out of 10, if you lived my life and you came across 10 people and 8 of them asked you absolute stupid shit and wasted your time, you would react the same way. Bloodshot Coyote in the house, 661 Racing. How you doing, brother? Alex, the Procharger crank support requires removal of the sway bar on the S550 platform. How much do you think that will affect handling on the 350? Bro, a lot. A lot, bro. Hey, bro, a lot. I try to put that sway bar back on. It's a huge pain in the ass to put it on the S550. But if you got a Procharger with an auxiliary pulley on the crank, you need it. Trust me, you need it. Don't fuck around and put the sway bar back on. You have a GT350. It's a nimble, great, the best handling Mustang ever. So put that sway bar back on. But Alex, if you got a burble tune and can shoot flames, you're cool. Vanishing Point, what a girl. Thanks, brother. Love the content. Says Alexei. Yes, I got you, brother. Not a problem. Hermano, you owe me like $5. Guillermo Pacheco. Alex, at a local car show yesterday. Oh my God, 15 comments came through. Holy shit. What happened? Oh, it got removed. Pat the One removed it. Oh shit. JD Swag says, stories at the channel are good because you're making money in person. Hi, how are you? Have a good day. No, I get it. But, so you see this chat, right? This chat is flying. So I have to like really pay attention and try to read as I'm talking, I am looking at comments at the same time. So I can pick and choose what I want. In person, you can't do that. In person, the guy grabs you and goes, hey, I need a question answered. Now, there was a guy at the track who knew nothing about tuning. Big, tall English guy from Port St. Lucie. Didn't know a goddamn thing about tuning. None of his questions felt stupid to me because he didn't know, right? Now, some people say, well, I don't know either. No, look, if you're a fan of this channel and you don't know, that's your own fault. That's your own damn fault. But this guy was asking the most basic questions, and I gave him a complete class in between rounds. I'd make a run, come back, we talk. Make a run, come back, we talk all night. He goes, I feel like I owe you something. I go, why? He goes, I don't know. You gave me so much information today. I go, that's okay. First of all, he was running a cold air intake without a tune. I go, your car's running lean. Take it out, put the stock cold intake back on. Oh, really? Because I get these lights. I go, yes. The MAF housing being bigger has to be tuned for it. So put the stock cold air intake back on. Oh, okay, I'll do that. And what else? I go, don't run the 85 unless you're tuned. I go, you don't do anything unless you're tuned. He goes, then what can I do that doesn't require tuning? I said, weight reduction, grip, and driving technique. And he's like, okay. He went from 13.1 to like 12.8. And he goes, it's the quickest I've ever run. And just by talking, he was so thankful that made it worth it. That interaction was so worth it because he was learning so much. He was applying it, and he was thankful and nice, and didn't annoy me with like dumb shit. A lot of people that think they know me, and they just sit there and they say, oh, I saw you on this, I saw you. And I'm like, no, stop. I don't know you, man. I don't know. I understand we have a connection based on this, but I don't know you personally. So you can't come at me with personal shit. Like some guy literally comes up to me and goes, hey, Alex, what's up, man? I love the channel. I don't like your truck. What am I supposed to say to that? Would you ever say that to a stranger? Would you ever say that to a stranger? Hey, what's up, man? Not much, man. Hey, I don't like your truck. Okay, so how am I supposed to respond to that? I'm sorry, fan. Should I have gotten the truck that you liked? Like, what do you do? That's the position I'm in. I talk to old people all day about these lawn, and I can relate. It gets old repeating yourself. Can't wait to get that retune from you, says Alan S550. 2028 10 PP1. What's your first 5 mods for a fun street car? No E85. No E85. Shit. Okay. Do a tune, pump gas tune. Do free flowing exhaust or headers with cats, like we have to do. Free flowing means everything. Headers and cats included. Just freer flowing, and a nice little catback. I think it's an A10, so it already has a decent catback. So I would do, open up the exhaust a little bit, a tune, keep the cold air intake bone stock. That's about as much as you can do without doing like suspension mods, in my opinion. I like Eibach Pro Kit. Eibach Pro Kit is what I have in the white car. I love how it looks. I like how it sits, and I like how it rides. Every body has a buddy that say would gap your car, but then when you ask to meet up, they crickets. 661 Race, he says, before I was scared to go Lund because I didn't know anything about tuning and data logs, but with the help of Alex and Lund support, it's been so easy, and my car is getting faster with every pass. He's not kidding. 661 Racing is from the West Coast, and apparently there's a whole crew of people that are in a bubble, and then they're like, wait, Lund is not here, so we don't want to get tuned by Lund because he's not here. And then they get tuned by Lund, understand the ticket system. They're like, I'm gapping everybody that's here. I'm gapping everyone that's in my area. And you're like, maybe people in your area are not as good as Lund Racing. And through email, you can get a great tune even better than something you can get in person. He's become a believer. I love it. Funny how everyone is concerned about making extra power, but 99% of people have no idea about suspension tuning. Spinning isn't winning 100%. Check out Savage to Savage, a local shop in Boca. Tesla swapping square body Chevy truck. That's cool. That's very cool. Gay, but cool. I first met you at Cars and Coffee with Steve Gels, 17 or 18, I think. It was the video with the pink silver Camaro on the cover. I was nervous as a wee lad, but you were surprisingly nicer. I am very nice in person, guys. I'm very nice. But if you start talking about any old time shit and just bulldoze through the conversation, I'm probably just going to check out. I'm not going to yell or anything. I'm just going to be like, oh, see you later. I grew up in family where I was the youngest cousin by 10 plus years. So I spent my life sitting in on conversations, but never talked. I do that with Alex and have learned so much doing so. Insane Mustang showed up at Texas 2K 2 years in a row. And you know what he did? He hung out. Got me, the guy was a bro. He got me food. He was just a good guy. And he just sat there and chilled out. And anytime I had a free moment, I just, hey, you want let's hang out. And I just hang out and talk to them, shoot the shit with them and just chill out. And he learned a lot about, okay, what it takes to run a Texas 2K, what we have to do to turn a car around, how much ice is in it, issues that can happen during a race. He videoed this stuff. So he was like taking in all the knowledge. And I encourage you guys to do that. If you're into racing and you don't know what to do, just hang around a team that seems to have their act together and don't say shit. Don't get in their face. Hang out. And if someone wants to invite you into the circle, oh, okay. Can I take a look? Yeah. But there are guys that think they're owed that. There are guys that think they're owed access to you because they're there. They paid the entry fee. So they're like, oh, we can literally touch your manifold. What the? There are people that go up to your shit and scratch the carbon fiber to make sure it's real. They're like what is, like, those people's brains blow my mind. I'm like, at what moment do you think it's okay to touch anyone's shit? If I go to Texas 2K or anything and I see the UGR guys and I see this guy, the ETS, I just, nice car. I go about my business. Nice car. I look at it from way far and I'll go try to get a peek. I'm like, wow, that's cool. Look at the fab work on that. Wow, shit, that's badass. You don't see me be like, it's a little, it's not carbon fiber, it's a wrap. Look, it's a wrap. I'm gonna peel it off. Ah, see, it's a wrap. It's fake. Let's get out of here. The buddy that helped me order to from Lund Racing, I gave him a box of chocolate as a token of thanks. Got it. I'm sorry, sir. What can I do to change it to your liking? Yeah, I'm sorry I bought a truck that I like that you don't like. How can I make it so that you like my truck? I was blown away by that comment. I was like, okay, thank you. And he was like, oh, I know everything about you. I'm like, you really don't. Oh, I watched both of your channels. You really don't know shit about me. You watch what I allow you to know. Hey, Alex, would you boost a 15 GT with 90,000 miles? Oof, I'd keep it at 10 pounds. I wouldn't go any higher than that, Sir Coyote. Honestly, I'd keep it at 10 PSI and just, give it the most octane possible. It's a little high mileage in my opinion. If you can afford it to fix it, go for the boost. Got it. PFI, I meant. Damn auto. Okay, so PFI got hit. Okay, I know. Ants or Darrell Washington. Let me see what Darrell Washington said up top. See, when you have a correction, I'd have to go way the hell back up top to see what the deal is. But I can't do that right now. Too many comments going on. Kind of like those Asians putting fingerprints all over the Blue Goose at PRI. Dude, there was a bunch of Asian people that would go up to like the wheels and like get their greasy fingers on it. And they look at the hood and they're, because Anderson Composites had us there, right? Now that's not Anderson Composites' car. It's the Blue Goose. And people are touching, scratching, pulling, and I'm like, what are you, dude, unreal. When I was at VMP, one of my jobs was to go to SEMA and to babysit the car. Babysit the Track Attack. People were opening the doors and getting inside and stealing shift knobs and stuff. So I'm like, hey, and I just shut the door. I mean, what are you doing? And he's like, he looked at me like I'm an asshole. He's like, I go, you see anyone else getting in any car? You see anyone else getting in any car? It's SEMA. I go, yeah, that doesn't mean you can get in cars. Dude. And then because Track Attack had a painted Bomber Girl on the side, people were running their finger on it to see if it was vinyl. Maybe it's a wrap. Maybe it's a sticker. And they kept running their finger on it multiple times. Like it's clear coat. Oh, dude. The only time I've snapped at someone in public was for touching my vehicle at a show. Look, don't touch unless it's yours. Yes, they gave the car a wet willy. Hey, Alex, at what horsepower level is recommended to go to one-piece drive shaft? 16, 6R80. Thanks for all the info. I don't have a one-piece drive shaft on the red car. The red car has a bone stock drive shaft, bone stock axles, and it's been a 150 60-foot NA, which isn't spectacular, but it's pretty damn good for what it is. So I think horsepower level, anywhere in the 600s, it's a good idea to upgrade the drive shaft. But understand this, once you do that, you got to make sure the pinion angle is legit. Even on IRS cars, you can have pinion angle issues and you'll have constant vibration. Darrell says, I had asked earlier, did you see the PFI video? Yes, I already saw that. Saw all the videos about the EPA stuff. Every time an EPA video comes out, 50 people on Instagram hit me up and I try to watch it just to get well versed on it. But it's the same thing. If you are a shop that modifies vehicles in any capacity, if you have tuned a car ever, if you have sold tuning devices ever, you can get hit. Plain and simple. You are not safe. There is no caveat. There is no but. There is no... You can get hit. Plain and simple. Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable at car shows. Exactly. Hey, Alex, how much... Rich 50 says... Mr. King says, hey, Alex, how much do you think a Gen 1 with a Gen 2 motor, T56 on 3 twins, 1050X, 4 dual pumps, and 85 is worth? Well, it's on 3. But it's a T56, so that kind of offsets each other. Gen 2 motor. 1050X 4, shit. 25,000 and up. That's a good, my black car was that, minus the Gen 2 motor. And that car, I sold it for close to $20,000. And that was in 2015, 2016, 2017 or so. And then another guy picked it up. I don't know how much he got it for, but that car now, because of the shortage, is probably still worth over $25,000 because of the Gen 2 motor and the T56. The On3 twins, not so much. What's up, Alex? What flaws do you see from the On3 single kit? Back pressure issues and fitment and just overall, it's not the best quality stuff. It's not the worst quality stuff. It's just not the best quality stuff. I've seen some back pressure issues. Not a lot, though. Not like it's the biggest piece of shit on the planet. I've seen some of them make 900 no problem, but you start running into back pressure issues depending on how you route your exhaust. And fitment, it's just kind of a pain in the ass for fitment, but people get around it. They said, fuck it. It's cheap. They put it on. Does it make power? Absolutely. Is it the best fitting stuff? No, it's On3 stuff. There you go. Brian's Repair says, thanks to Alex. Coyote Kelly says, the worst is when you're at an event and someone is looking at your car and their terrible kids are just opening your door and jumping around the inside. Remember that video of the kids getting in and out of the GT500? Just climbing on the hood of the GT500, and the parents didn't give them a full Nelson. I'm like, boy, those kids are fucking, they're going to do whatever they want. At 5.7K for the current market prices. Exactly. Alex, would you say there's a horsepower difference between E85R and the E85 torque reduction tune? Power, no. I think ET, yes. The E85 tune still pulls timing between shifts to protect the trans, and then there's a drag mode, basically, and it just slams in a gear. And it's not a horsepower difference, it's a ET and performance difference. I've heard you say something about the valve issues from the On3. Exactly. The worst is the hoodlums that sit on your car and pose like it's theirs. No one does that. Fuck no. How many tune shops in California does it take to complete a Lund tune? We all work together. Yeah, there's actually forums, 661 Racing. Yes, there are websites and secret forums dedicated to reversing tunes. That's it. Dedicated. Don't think that I don't know that there are sites dedicated to reversing not just tunes, Lund tunes. And those guys are the ones that start popping off about how great their tuning is. Meanwhile, they're giving people shit going, can you reverse this tune? And literally the file has Lund in it. I'm like, wow, you guys are that stupid. Yes, there are forums and secret dark web dumb shits where all they do is reverse files so that they can then sell the tune. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine literally stealing someone else's file setup and then saying it's yours? It's one thing to look at the tune and go, why'd they do that? Oh, wow, that's interesting. Really? Holy shit, I never thought of doing that. Interesting. And then you make your own with some of the knowledge, but not direct copy paste and then a math curve change. And maybe you change the timing on the top right or the bottom right, depending if it's HP or SET stuff. 1 degree, or the AF adder 1 degree. I'm like, dude, you gotta be like the most non-tuning motherfucker. Look, I don't think myself as a tuner. I'm a good diagnoser and adjuster. Let's just say that. I don't say I'm a tuner. I'm a good diagnoser and adjuster. And that's where my talent is. Talking to the people and saying, okay, let's do this, let's do that, let's shift it here, let's put timing here. And that's what I'm good at. Am I a tuner, meaning making a bass file from scratch and getting off on that and being a math guy? Fuck no. Not only no, fuck no. I have zero desire to do that. If I want to do that, I'll get myself a standalone, fuck around with Holly, make the car start good, and AEM or Haltech, whatever they got going on, even though that's high-end stuff, and play with that. Then I could say I'm tuning it from scratch. I'm not using anyone else's indexed bass to do anything with. Mr. King says, all right, just wondering, not going to sell anytime soon because I use cars at appreciating assets now. Got it. Phil says, scumbags, it's too bad they can't get arrested for stealing proprietary files from London. It's okay. Straight robbery. It happens, and every single time you see a pop-up tuner show up, and all of a sudden their cars are running decent, it's a known tuner's file. Maybe not a Lund tune, but since we're the biggest by volume, more than likely there's a lot of guys out there literally working with Lund files and other big tuner files and making money. And, that whatever. At this point, I don't care. I literally don't care. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's an hour and a half. Been here. Peasant Chat, 323 people on, and that's pretty cool. Got a decent amount of people on the Peasant Chat. Happy Father's Day for you fathers out there that are holding it down. And happy Father's Day to the single mothers that are going to claim this day for themselves, because it's not enough to have Mother's Day. They have to say, I'm single mother, so I'm father too. Sure. Got it. No problem. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday. See you guys on Tuesday, where you got to pay to talk to me.